Alright, so it's been about a month since the release of Street Fighter 6, and I've had some time to play the game. I obviously had some time to go over some matchups, and since then I figured it'd be the best time to bring back my beginner defense series that I started way back when Guilty Gear Strive started. You guys really seem to like that. It seemed to help a lot of you guys out, so I figured, well, now that I have the time in Street Fighter, I could actually, give y'all some proper answers to some stuff. Might be the best time to start up. And the first character we starting with gonna be Blanka. I've been hearing a lot of talk about Blanka messing with a lot of y'all down in the lower ranks and the lower levels, and seeing as how Blanka basically just won CEO over the weekend, you probably gonna see a lot more of this character. So you guys gonna come with me, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to deal with the menace that this character has become. Alright, so there's basically, like, I want to say maybe four moves that Blanka has that's probably gonna be a lot of you guys' biggest, that's gonna be the biggest trouble for a lot of you guys down there. One of them being Blanka Ball. Obviously has his air Blanka Ball, he has rainbow Blanka Ball. It's a bunch of Blanka Balls coming at your face, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey yo!
I'm gonna teach you how to deal with most of them, right? So we're gonna start off with the basic one, which is regular Blanka Ball. So the first one we have is light Blanka Ball, right? Now light Blanka Ball doesn't go that far, and if you block it, he's pretty negative, so already it didn't even go that far. Light Blanka Ball doesn't go that far, right? Like round start, it doesn't even hit you round start. Like it stops right about there. Like, so most of the time people aren't gonna throw that one out at the beginning of the match, and if they do, where you can really just stop it super easily, just punish him for throwing it out in front of your face like that. It's not something that you should really be. It's really only used for mix-up, because after a while they're gonna start trying to mix up the Blanka Balls to mix up your punishes on the other ones, right? But the light one really is probably like the least of your worries until you get to a high enough level to where they start mixing it up. But like for the most part, if you're like doing your placement matches in your real low ranks, I want to say like if you're anywhere from bronze to like early gold, most of the time the only Blanka Ball you're gonna be seeing is like medium to heavy, mainly heavy, right? So this is medium Blanka Ball right here. That one basically hits you round start. He is negative all of it, but as you can see, it's kind of hard to punish him because of the bounce back, and a lot of people don't know how to defend against this. If you have a DP, you can DP it on reaction. Obviously, if you can parry it, you can hold parry, dash up, and get punish counter for it. You can perfect parry it, get a punish off of it. Those are like the basic ways to like deal with it. You can neutral jump it too, so that it doesn't hit you as often. Right, it's one of the things where you have to time it, but once you get the hang of like the distance of when he's coming at you, or the speed that the startup is coming at you, especially once you start playing the person a lot, like if there's someone that's spamming it, you're gonna get used to seeing this ball coming at you most of the time. So neutral jump is probably one of your best options at a decent range. Super up close, you probably don't want to neutral jump it because it's kind of hard to like time that on reaction most of the time. So like up close, best bet up close is probably just parry it. You can just hold parry, dash in, and get the punish off of it. Again, you can DP if you have confidence in your reactions, you can DP it like on reaction up close, but I would really recommend just holding parry. If you're this close up, just hold parry. Medium Blanka Ball isn't gonna hit you from this range full screen. It only goes so far. The one that comes full screen, if you're at this distance and they're throwing Blanka Ball at you, it's gonna be heavy Blanka Ball. Now at this distance, most people are gonna be throwing heavy or EX Blanka Ball at you. EX is way faster than heavy, but heavy Blanka Ball, you can basically recognize they're throwing it at you because the startup is so long. So as you can see, when he winds back to throw Blanka Ball, he has like a slight wind up before he throws the heavy one, and the heavy one is the only one that goes like full screen basically. And this one is probably at full screen, is probably the easiest one to punish because it's like it is fast once he gets going, but you can, if you have a projectile, you can shoot it at him from full range. Obviously you can DP it on reaction, just like I said. This one you can still parry it. You can't really get the dash up punish from medium because obviously you can see he bounces back, but if you get a perfect parry, if you're lucky enough to get the perfect parry, I'm not gonna tell y'all to like time it to perfect parry. You can if you want to. I'm not gonna tell y'all to do that though. Like once you start getting better at the game, this is something you could try to do, is time it to get the perfect parry. But the best thing you can probably do at this range, at this distance, if they're gonna heavy Blanka Ball, is jump backwards. Jumping backwards allows you to get basically a guaranteed punish every time. for the most part, depending on the distance. It allows you to get a guaranteed punish on Blanka Ball, because as you jump back, you get the punish counter, you can go on and get big damage. The good thing about that is, like, even if you don't get the punish counter, you're still coming down with a button in the case of, like, you're gonna have them in a blocking situation, which is still a good thing. You know, you're stopping them from pressing buttons on you, which is best scenario you want against this character. You don't want this character to play the game at all. That's kind of like the main thing you want to stop. Alright, so the next move I want to talk to you guys about is Blanka's Electric Thunder move. This move right here, that's probably going to be a move you see him doing a lot during his block strings. And the reason they're doing it is not even because it's plus, it's mainly because the spacing that Blanka's left at that position allows him to actually match on you even though he's negative. So if I set up a block scenario like this, like a block string like that, right, that he's still able to press on you even though he's negative. Yeah, you can't really get a light punish off of that. You might have to try and see which one of your medium buttons can check that. Like DJ's medium punch can check it. For the most part, I messed up. See, like most you might have to check. That's something you kind of have to get. You can get a medium button punish off of it. So go into the lab, check out your character. Like I said, this block string right here, go set him up to do this. Jab into a crouch jab twice into the electric, and then, you know, press medium kick after. That's, for the most part, that's something they do a lot. Once you start getting like higher up, like I said, this, even though it's like a lower level guide, I don't want to like leave you guys in the dark for a lot of stuff. You know, they might not hit you with this exact block string, but you might get hit with electricity in a block string for the most part, so be on the lookout for that. This electricity is negative, that's all you need to know. The one you really need to worry about is this. That's EX electricity. EX electricity is plus. Don't press on this. Don't press that at all. That's not your turn, right? It's +4. That's not something you want to press on at all. Alright, now the next one I want to talk to you guys about is Air Blanka Ball. Now, Air Blanka Ball is a very tricky one because for whatever reason they decided, hey yo, Blanka should have multiple air options as well as multiple ground options to make him one of the most annoying characters to deal with in the game. So Air Blanka Ball basically, it's negative for the most part. If I'm remembering correctly, regular Air Blanka Ball is negative, so you should be able to get a punish off of it if they just throw it out at you raw. See, it says punish counter. That's fine. The one you need to worry about is Air EX Blanka Ball. The reason you need to worry about this move is plus. It's +6. And depending on the distance he hits you with, because this move for whatever reason acts like a dive kick, depending on how he hits you with this move, it's plus to like various degrees. So best bet, if you get hit with this, just don't press a button. Alright, so this is editing coded here, and I'm here to tell you, you can actually drive impact this move. I don't know why I left that out the video. I was tired, it was early in the morning. Listen, but look, you're not completely stuck if you get caught with this move in the corner. So as you see, I have Blanka set to do multiple different variations of EX Blanka Ball or EX Air Blanka Ball, and they all have different like things for him to do after, like whether it be jab or drive impact. But for the most part, you can drive impact this on reaction. Time it right. See, so you can drive impact it there no matter the height. You might have to delay it a little bit depending on how high the character is, but for the most part you can DI this like every time. See, like he was too high there, so he went over me. Yup. Right there, you can DI it consistent. You might have to practice it a little bit, but DI does come out pretty consistently as a punish no matter what he does after it, whether it's mash or DI himself. But yeah, you just gotta practice it. DI is basically one of your answers for this move in the corner. You just gotta practice it at different heights and for your character and stuff like that. But yeah, that is, you're not completely like left to the wolves when you see this move. So just practice it, see how it works out for you, and yeah, back to the original video. Alright, so the next move I want to go over with you guys is Blanka's command grab. This move right here. On here, this move right here. Now this move catches a lot of people off guard, mainly for the fact that they slip it into block strings a lot, and it looks a lot like Blanka's like other jumping moves, like this pounce move right here or this like hop move right here. But the thing is with when it comes to like not only this hop but also this pounce, like the hop you can really like if you call out the bluff, you can really just mash on both of them. Well, you can't match on this one here. This one, in like if they do it in a block string, is a true string, but it's hella negative after. So like you can kind of take your turn back. This right here, this hop, you can definitely just mash on them if called their bluff. But this little command grab is definitely the tricky one because it looks just like the hop. But the thing with this command grab, so if I set him to do a block string, you can jab it. You can literally just like stop him from doing anything if they just commit to it. You can anti-air it, you can jab it, like you can stop it a lot of ways. So you don't really have to respect him if you see him. Basically, anytime you see Blanka pouncing at you in any type of way like this, like you see him pounce at you, do a little mini hop at you in that type of way, you can really just jab on him, right? Like when it comes to this right here, this stance, you can kind of see it. Like when he goes into it block string wise, you can see him crouch down to do that. So you can, you know, judge what you can take your own judgments off of that whenever what you have to do. So like, should I match on him? If you see him crouch like this mid string, no, don't do that. Obviously don't hit a button. But you can try and hit a button afterwards and see where that takes you. But for the most part, if he hops at you like this, or you see him hopping at you in that way with the command grab, literally just mash on him. You don't have to respect that at all. That's something you could just stop right there and take that off the table for them. And the next thing I would probably bring up would most likely be Rainbow Blanka Ball. I think we went over everything, the most important thing, but next thing would probably be Rainbow Blanka Ball. So if I say him do this right here, this move, you can really anti-air this with any button, obviously. Like you can anti-air with any button. If he's super close and he hits you with the EX version, like the first part you can block it and then you can dash under him. So if I set him to do this, you can dash under it if you wanted to. You can jump up air to air him. The thing is, if it does hit you, like it's plus if it hits you, and it does cross up in certain areas. So you got to be careful of that if you don't react to it on time. But if he does hit you, like I said, you can air to air him. You can just get out the situation, dash under. You can, you know, move back a little bit, punish it in neutral. It's basically just like air Blanka Ball. In the corner it's really scary, but in the corner, like again, they most likely aren't gonna do this to you in the corner. It's mainly gonna be air Blanka Ball you have to worry about. But I'm just letting you know about this move just because like Blanka has a lot of random moves that can't catch you off guard, so it's better to be prepared for most of them. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. I just wanted to put this little tips and tricks, or I should say this, I just wanted to put this defense guide together because like I said, you guys liked it a lot when I did for Guilty Gear Strive. I'm gonna be starting up again for Street Fighter. I got a lot more characters listed that I'm gonna be doing for you guys, so just wanted to start off here. Yeah, but that being said, that's me for me. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. That's all I have for now, and I'm out. So boy.